welcome back. In the use case, we're going to be showcasing a couple of different features of OGL. So firstly, branching or conditional process guides based on the data or the transaction that you want to enter into JDE, which is an incredibly useful feature where you want to drive an employee or a user down a certain path based on selection criteria. We're also going to show how OGL can assist in the validation of data entry. What I wanted to try and achieve is to add a new business unit. So what I can see there is a question mark. So that's OGL, it's a smart tip essentially, which has been configured. And it says, would you like some assistance with creation of this business unit? And for me, yes, I do want some assistance. It's now going to coach me or step me through or give me some guardrails as to what I should be doing to enter a business unit. So you can see that OGL has disabled me clicking anywhere except the correct button, which in this instance is the add button. So I'm going to press that transaction. This is my point about branching process guide. So depending on the choice I make here, I will get a different set of instructions or process guide based on whether I'm entering a business unit for a finance IS, a branch plant, or a work center. I'm going to be adding a branch plant. So if I hit branch plant, it's now going to communicate to me or provide me instructions on how to enter a branch plant. And what we've also configured here is that validation I spoke about. So we can have a multitude of different formats and rules that are built into OGL. And the benefit here is that we're capturing data integrity issues at the source of entry, not through reporting or the back end, but when we're actually entering the data. So in my organization, our rules for branch plants is that it's a country code, the two alphanumeric country code, plus followed by 3 digits after that. If I wanted to add a branch plant called AU4000, it is telling me that that hasn't passed the validation rules. So only when I have a 3-digit number and a 2 alphanumerics, it will say that the format is correct, whether it's bank account information, branch information, certain descriptions, certain category codes within the system. You can do that not through customizing JDE or the form itself, but just applying some business rules and some masking within OGL itself. So let's pass that test. So I'm going to hit next. I'm now going to add the description. So I'll be pretty reasonably boring here, but that's my name, Daniel Test. The company, so it's going to provide me some prompts for the company. I'm just going to follow the examples that are given here. Level of detail is fine. And then this is a VP, so branch plant. Another feature of OGL is that we can disable fields and we can provide context around why our organization does not want you to enter data in this specific field. And it can also be conditional, e.g. if a certain field is populated previously, then you cannot enter this field. If I hit next, it's going to ask me to enter the category codes, and you'll see that it's very personalized and cut down to only the branch plant view of the world. In our organization, we only use 2 branch plant category codes, cat code 1 and cat code 2. And again, showing you the example of what I spoke about before, I can't enter the region. We've put some conditional logic there to say you can't enter the region until you've entered the division. So I'm going to enter the division, which I happen to know off the top of my head for my organization is 100. Now that field has been opened up and I've got a smart tip which has appeared over here, which is a prompt for me to hover over that particular smart tip. And what we've added here is some context or some additional information around the regions. And what we've done here is just use the description to say, well, please don't use Central North America. That's no longer in use. That can be problematic with UDCs and not completely obvious. So I am going to enter 200, which is Australia. And then and only then am I able to press OK, complete the entry of a branch plant business unit. I've asked OGL that whenever someone enters this particular training material or executes this to provide some feedback so I can continuously improve and continuously enhance my training content and get that feedback from the end users. Okay, that concludes the second use case. Appreciate your time. Thank you.